My camera doesn't do very well in low light, but those are lights going up the cable section of Half Dome. Those are people climbing up Half Dome for sunrise. It's kind of a cool thing to wake up to. Okay, looks like the light is still kind of low for the camera, but day 3 of the Yosemite Rim Loop. So I just left my campsite on the way up to Clouds Rest. Had that nice view of Half Dome, and I could see the people climbing up in the morning. It kind of gave me FOMO that I didn't get up and use my headlamps, so I just woke up and started walking. It's a good idea to start walking early anyway, because it's a steep climb up to Clouds Rest, and there's no water for quite some time, so doing it in the nice cool air will help conserve water. So yeah, I'm just getting an early start and maybe just take my time getting up to Clouds Rest. I was saying Clouds Rest, right? I'm headed to Clouds Rest. Starting to get sunrise on Half Dome. I'm on the switchbacks up to the pinnacles, so look at that. Still a ways to go to actually get to Clouds Rest, but getting some really nice views on this trek up. Ignore the glare if you can. It has been a long, slow slog, but this trail bypasses Clouds Rest. This one goes to the top. I might be regretting this in, I don't know, like 0.2, not 0.6, but I will be heading to the top. It's just these stone steps towards the top here. They are so annoying. Let me scroll down a little bit. Look at that. Whew. This is a tough climb, but the valley views I'm getting, it's incredible. Alright, think a little bit more of the top. This is it. This is the very top of Clouds Rest. You come to this edge here. Nice view of Tenaya Canyon, which I need to walk around. And then back here it opens up into the famous valley. This is not a view I see a lot, just in general with Yosemite. But this is pretty awesome because you can see basically the rest of the park here. So this is looking west and about to turn south, and there will be a glare from the sun, I'm sorry. And then getting to the east, that's where the Pacific Crest Trail is. It's also where the John Muir Trail goes. And then we're getting north up here. I can actually see kind of where I'm headed next. I get a little closer. So there's a lake down there. That's Tenaya Lake. So just to the left of that is going to be Sunrise Trailhead, where I stashed some food. Let me zoom in on that. And you can see coming out from there is Tioga Road. There, that kind of goes up through the high country, and then more of the canyon that I need to make my way around. This is a pretty awesome viewpoint. It's hard to get up here, but that's really cool. Okay, coming down the other side of Clouds Rest. Ooh, wow, you can see fire damage there. I think I remember that fire. That's the Merced River there. But yeah, you can see a much better view of where I'm headed at that Tenaya Lake area. Okay, I'm gonna put this away because I need hands for this. Okay, down a little bit more in a safer area. You can see there's a trail sign down there. That's where the bypass comes up. And then if you can read backwards, it says Clouds Rest Foot Trail this way. So the bypass must have been for stock, and that's kind of what I was thinking as I was going up some of those steps too. This is a foot trail, and that bypass is for stock. So making my way down the canyon. Every once in a while, of course, right now it's not once in a while, I would get great views of the entire Tenaya Canyon, but I think we get the picture at this point. And even when I'm not facing the valley, I got great views. This is looking at what the Merced River has cut. Let's Let's see, now Half Dome is blocked right now, but Half Dome would be on the right there. Interestingly enough, you know, at the top of Clouds Rest, I was looking around, I'm like, oh, I found wilderness. I have seen so many day hikers day hiking to Clouds Rest. Apparently it's not that hard from Tioga Road. I guess it's probably just like maybe 6 miles, 6-7 miles, something like that. So lots of people day hike to Clouds Rest. This side of Clouds Rest is very, very beautiful. Lots of rocks, vegetation, some nice trees, wildflowers. I just passed over a couple streams. It's very pleasant. Steeply making my way down to Tenaya Lake. But getting great views. Hitting some meadow areas. There was a little tiny creek. It's mostly dried up, so should be getting close to that Tenaya Lake area. That's pretty. Okay, ahead of me that says Sunrise Trailhead, and I'm actually making a quick stop up there. There are pit toilets, but there's also bear boxes where I've stashed a resupply. So I'm gonna make a quick tour there, and then keep going. Did I cross Tenaya Creek already? I'll have to check that out. Let's see. Yep, that's me. So I've got my resupply, was able to throw out trash. I'm on a boardwalk right now that is completely dry, so I think Tenaya Creek is dry. Luckily Tenaya Lake is not that far away, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit and, you know, just until I get water, maybe I have to go to the lake itself, but there's water nearby. Up on Tenaya Lake, normally I'd spend more time here since I had to do the detour, but it took me forever to go up and down from Clouds Rest, so I just need to grab water. Obviously a nice place to hang out. Alright, take two. Passing by Sunrise Trailhead and Tioga Road. I'm now going to be kind of paralleling Tioga Road for a while till Olmstead Point. So this is another large no camping area, but thankfully not as large as the one I traveled through yesterday. Let's see what we got. I'm not going to any of those places. I guess Yosemite Valley is the closest I'm coming. So I'm headed to the Snow Creek Trail, which would take you down into Yosemite Valley. So paralleling Tioga Road right now. I am on the other side of Tenaya Canyon. It's actually Clouds Rest up there. I passed to the other side of Tenaya Canyon where Tenaya Lake was. It spills into Tenaya Creek, and Tenaya Creek carves out Tenaya Canyon. So on the other side of that, making my way to Olmstead Point, and then towards the north rim of Yosemite Valley. Alright, straight across from Clouds Rest at this point. Apparently I passed Olmstead Point. Might be underneath part of it because I see people up on the cliff. Olmstead Point has a much better view. It's got a great view of Half Dome too, but not short on views this trip. So a little bit further, I'm going to start heading down towards Snow Creek. I've driven that road so many times and not known that this trail was right underneath it. I'm on the descent of the Snow Creek Trail. It is pretty late in the day. I probably will camp somewhere along Snow Creek because I've got to go down to the footbridge and then go back up the opposite side to complete my loop, which is unfortunate because I think it's 2 weeks ago now, they had a bear actually crack into a bear can. People who own the bear can let that bear play with it for 45 minutes and it got in. So they've been out here hazing it, and I was just hoping to avoid the area, but I might have to be a little bit extra secure with my bear can tonight. Looks like I might have company for the night. Still need to find my campsite. But it looks like there's plenty of impacted areas around here. Yep, I found a nice campsite. Are you coming closer to me? Near the footbridge for Snow Creek, and I just sat down to take a load off, and this guy, or this gal, is totally unbothered. So if I hear hooves in the night, I know who it is. Home sweet home for the night, 100 feet from trails and water, but in a herd of deer, mule deer. There's 5 or 6 of them just milling around and occasionally chasing each other. Whew, I am beat though. Yeah, those were some rough miles. Yosemite's trails tend to be kind of rocky, and have ups and downs, and yeah, you spend a lot more energy. So I do have daylight left. I'm like, no. So I just set up camp. This is a perfect camp area, minus the deer. So tomorrow, because Yosemite trail systems are not set up to do a loop around the rim, I actually just came downstream in Snow Creek. I'm going to start my day by going upstream on the other side of Snow Creek, around Indian Rock, and then I should be getting views from the north rim of the valley, probably running the length of it by the end of the day. But right now I'm going to get some sleep.